We have now moved on to area and perimeter, but today we're just going to be doing problems about perimeter. So the first problem type that students are responsible for is this one. The model shows a rectangular field with a length of 130 meters. The width is 3 meters, and we need to figure out what is the perimeter of the field. Students should start by drawing their 4 quadrants or 4 squares. In the first square, they're going to write what they know. In this case, we know that the length is 130 meters. So L equals 130 meters. We also know that the width is 3 meters. So W equals 3 meters. And also part of the note is the question. The question here is, what is the perimeter of the figure? All of these things we know. Next, students have practiced writing a diagram or a picture of the situation. In perimeter and area problems, we start by writing the shape or drawing the shape, and we have to put all of the dimensions or side lengths and widths. I know that this is 130 meters because it's drawn in the picture. It's also told to me in the problem. But I know that because I have a rectangle, the lengths are the same, so this is 130 meters. I know this width is 3 meters, and it's given to me, but in a rectangle, the widths are also the same, so this is also 3 meters. Next, students are supposed to solve. When we solve, they're going to use the STAR reference sheet. This is given to each student today. We will be using this on tests, quizzes, and they can use it on STAR. They're going to go to the side that is shorter and look under perimeter because that is what we're trying to find. Our shape is not a square, it's a rectangle, so I know that the perimeter of a rectangle equals the length plus the width plus the length plus the width, or 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. In essence, you're adding up all the sides because the perimeter is the outside border of a shape. So in this case, I'm going to add up my length, 130 plus 130. I have it 2 times, or I could do 130 times 2. And then I'm going to do 3 plus 3, or 3 times 2. So I'm going to solve it the bottom ways, the multiplication, because we're trying to push students to also practice their multiplication. I know that 0 times 2 is 0, 3 times 2 is 6, 2 times 1 is 2. I know that 3 times 2 is 6. So this is my length and this is my width, but I know from my formula that I have to add everything up. So 260 plus 6 gives me 266 as my perimeter. And perimeter equals 266 meters. We don't want to forget our units. So students will probably have P equals 2L plus 2W on their papers as an example. They just have to plug in the lengths and the widths and solve. This is the way that I solved in this case. So my total perimeter is 266 meters. Again, if they don't want to do multiplication or if they aren't as strong in multiplication, they may use repeated addition. The last part is the explanation. This is where I really see if students know what they did, if they're able to express that to me. In this case, the perimeter is 266 meters because P equals 2L plus 2W. Again, I got this from my STAR reference sheet. So P equals 2. I'm going to plug in. My length is 130 plus 2. My width is 3 meters. And that equals 266 meters. So students, even though this is a long process that some of them do not like, this process is what is required and will help them to solve any word problem. Thanks. Bye.